If you have any of these things in your home, get rid of them immediately. Otherwise, they could be the reason your wealth is disappearing and bad luck keeps following you around. Hello, I am Master Han. In Feng Shui, every object carries a certain kind of energy. Some items, when placed in the home, act like magnets that attract wealth. But others can be nests of negative energy, quietly draining the life force in your space, leading to unrest in your family and constant setbacks in your work. What is most dangerous is that many people have no idea these items are harmful. In fact, they may even treat them as valuable keepsakes, holding on to them for sentimental reasons, only to find their lives becoming more difficult and their fortunes steadily declining. In today's video, I will reveal the items you should absolutely never keep, no matter how expensive, luxurious, or emotionally meaningful they may be. You might be shocked to discover that your own house could be holding on to things that are tying up your good luck. Make sure to watch until the very end, because I will also show you how to cleanse and release that bad energy, so you can welcome in fresh, powerful new energy. And believe me, you do not want to miss that. But before we begin, take a moment to write down a positive affirmation like "I open my door to welcome wealth," or "I am ready to receive abundant energy," to help kickstart the flow of prosperity into your life. And do not forget to hit subscribe on the channel Master Han, Feng Shui for Wealth, so you never miss out on real practical Feng Shui wisdom to help you keep your money, grow your money, and pass good fortune on to your children and grandchildren. And now, are you ready to find out what those things are? Right now, I'm going to walk you through each one so you can recognize and remove them in time. Number 1. Secondhand clothing worn by strangers. In Feng Shui, every item carries the energy of the person who used it before. And clothing in particular is deeply soaked with the previous owner's energy. Everything from their mood, emotions, and even mental state. Clothes do not just touch the skin, they wrap around the body all day long, absorbing sweat, breath, happiness, and sorrow. So when you put on clothes that once belonged to someone else, you are not just wearing fabric, you are also wearing their energy field. If the person had a peaceful, positive life, the energy might feel neutral or even a bit pleasant. But in most cases, used clothing carries fragments of sadness, illness, or inner turmoil. And unknowingly, you could be inviting all of that into your personal energy field. I once witnessed a very specific case. A man accepted a used jacket from a friend. Just a few weeks later, things started falling apart for him. His car broke down, work got delayed, and eventually he ended up in the hospital after an accident. When we traced it back, we found out that the original owner of the jacket had gone through a long period of darkness, illness, and failure. That energy had lingered in the fabric and transferred to the new owner, like an invisible thread. Feng Shui calls this retaining personal energy fields. Clothes, pillows, and personal items that stay close to the body tend to carry the strongest energy. So when you take in secondhand clothing, you are also bringing a part of someone else's energy into your life. And there is no way to be certain whether that energy is good or bad. What makes this even trickier is that the effects often unfold slowly and quietly. Many people do not even realize what is happening. They just notice that they have been having bad luck, feeling drained, or struggling at work without ever suspecting that it might be caused by something hanging in their closet. So what should you do? Feng Shui offers a clear rule. It is best to avoid wearing secondhand clothing unless it comes from children. That is the only exception. Children carry pure energy untouched by worries or heavy emotions, so their clothing rarely holds on to negative energy. But anything worn by adults, no matter how beautiful, luxurious, or valuable, always carries the risk of holding on to unsuitable energy fields. Always remember, this new clothes are not just fresh fabric. They symbolize a clean start, a new flow of energy. Putting on new clothes is like putting on brightness, fullness, and hopeful beginnings. Number 2, cracked mirrors or antique mirrors. In Feng Shui, mirrors are powerful objects. They reflect, amplify, and double both images and energy. That is why mirrors are often seen as invisible gateways through which energy can enter a home. When used properly, a mirror can open up space, reflect light, and balance the flow of energy. But once a mirror is cracked or too old, it starts to carry heavy negative energy. A cracked mirror does not just distort your reflection, it also distorts the energy flow in the room. Feng Shui considers this a kind of bending of the energy field, turning light into darkness and good energy into bad. When you look into a broken mirror, your reflection is warped, and the energy that bounces back at you is also warped, planting feelings of unease and anxiety deep in your subconscious. Many families have experienced strange tensions when a cracked mirror is present. Couples argue, more children have trouble sleeping, and household members experience more nightmares. That is because a cracked mirror does not just reflect, it multiplies the brokenness in your energy field. It cuts through harmony and leaves everyone feeling unsettled. Now, what about antique mirrors? The older the mirror, the more energy it absorbs from previous owners. A mirror that has been around for decades has likely witnessed many events, some joyful, others tragic. All of that energy leaves a kind of invisible imprint. Many people feel chills or an eerie discomfort when looking into an old mirror, like they are being pulled into someone else's energy. That is the residual emotion and energy stored deep within the mirror. In spiritual traditions, mirrors are even considered two-way portals, connecting the seen world with the unseen. That is why cracked or antique mirrors are particularly dangerous. They act like an open door, allowing unstable or negative energy to enter your space. Homes that hang onto old mirrors often carry a heavy, dark atmosphere, even when no one can explain exactly why. The Feng Shui solution is clear: cracked mirrors must be thrown away immediately. Do not try to repurpose them under any circumstances. As for antique mirrors, unless you are absolutely sure they have been properly cleansed and blessed, they should not be brought into your home. A new mirror, bright, clean, and offering a clear reflection, brings clarity and light into your space. Number 3. Old wooden beds, wardrobes, and furniture. In Feng Shui, any item that stays close to the human body for long periods of time has the ability to absorb that person's life energy. Among these beds and wooden wardrobes are considered the strongest energy collectors. A bed is where we rest, recharge, and restore our energy. It is where the body lies for hours each day. You might spend 8 or 10 hours outside the house, but at least 1/3 of your life is spent in bed. That is why beds do not just hold the shape of your body, they soak in your entire energy field, your emotions, your health, your struggles, and your joy. Wooden wardrobes are the same. Wood is a natural material, and its grain has the ability to absorb and store energy over time. When a wardrobe has been used for many years, it becomes a storage unit for the previous owner's energy. Whatever they went through, whether success or failure, happiness or heartbreak, those emotions are subtly stored within the wood. There are cases I will never forget. One family purchased a beautiful, rare antique wooden wardrobe, but within a year, the husband fell seriously ill and his health declined rapidly. Upon investigation, we discovered that the wardrobe had belonged to a family that had suffered multiple losses. The grief had soaked into the wood and was now transferring that heavy energy to the new owners. This is not superstition, it is the way energy works. Wood has memory, and beds and wardrobes are the places where we physically connect with that energy every single day. Anyone who uses them afterward has to deal with the echo of the previous owner's energy field. In traditional Feng Shui, beds are extremely sensitive objects. A used bed can carry illnesses, misfortune, and even lingering spiritual energy from its previous owner. That is why the rule is absolute: never reuse a bed that someone else has slept on, no matter how sturdy or beautiful it might look. And when it comes to wooden wardrobes, especially antique ones, you must be even more careful. The past energy embedded in that wood is incredibly hard to cleanse completely. The lesson here is clear: secondhand beds and wardrobes are not things you should welcome into your home. Because when you bring them in, you may also be bringing in someone else's past, a past that could be heavy, dark, and very hard to shake off once it settles into your space. Number 4. Broken or stopped clocks. In Feng Shui philosophy, clocks are more than just tools to tell time. A clock represents the flow of time and the rhythm of life. When the hands of a clock move smoothly, they symbolize the continuous circulation of energy and the harmonious movement of the universe. That is why a well-functioning clock helps maintain the steady energy flow within your home. But when a clock breaks or stops working, that symbolism changes completely. Instead of representing movement, a dead clock becomes a symbol of stagnation. Time appears to stand still. Energy stops circulating. In Feng Shui, this is considered a warning sign that your destiny may be coming to a halt. Work gets delayed, health begins to decline, and life starts to feel stuck, just like the frozen hands of the clock. And there is more. A clock is also directly linked to our biological rhythm. Its ticking sound and steady motion give us a sense of life and continuity. But when a clock stops, it turns into a lifeless object on the wall, silently planting a feeling of inertia and loss of motivation into your subconscious. Feng Shui considers a broken clock to carry dead energy. Keeping one in your home is like allowing stagnant, blocked energy to take up space and prevent growth. Many people, out of sentimentality or habit, continue to hang broken clocks as decoration, unaware that they are giving room to a symbol of stagnation in their living environment. The solution is simple and clear. Either repair a broken clock immediately or get rid of it. Do not leave a stopped clock sitting still in your home for too long. Every time a clock starts ticking again, the flow of time resumes, and that movement can activate progress in your life. A brand new, smoothly running clock does not just help you keep track of time, it becomes a symbol of life's continuous and prosperous movement. Number 5. Dark or gloomy artwork. In Feng Shui, artwork is not just decoration. Every painting, every color, every brushstroke holds energy. When an artist creates a piece, they do not just transfer images onto canvas, they also infuse it with their emotions, moods, and inner energy. That is why a piece of art hanging in your home acts as an active energy source, directly influencing the space and those who live in it. When a painting displays bright, joyful scenes, such as vibrant nature, blooming flowers, radiant sunlight, or images of warmth and happiness, it radiates positive energy, or what Feng Shui calls yang energy. This type of energy spreads through the home, creating a sense of peace, harmony, and optimism. It uplifts the spirit, promotes good relationships, and encourages the flow of wealth. But on the flip side, artwork that depicts sorrow, pain, crying, death, violence, or unsettling expressions often carries negative energy or yin energy. This energy seeps not only into the walls, but also into the minds of those who look at it daily. Over time, it can cause emotional heaviness, anxiety, and a lack of motivation. The atmosphere of the home gradually turns dark, the yang energy weakens, and harmony becomes harder to maintain, along with your ability to attract wealth and opportunity. Feng Shui calls this energy suggestion. It means we are influenced by the visuals we are constantly exposed to. If you surround yourself with gloomy images, your mental and energetic state will slowly mirror that darkness. This explains why some homes, even though they are clean and well-furnished, still feel emotionally draining. The negative energy from the artwork is quietly shaping the atmosphere. Traditional Feng Shui gives a clear rule. Never hang images that express sadness, mourning death, or cold, hostile gazes. These pieces act like invisible portals for negative energy to enter and linger in the home. Instead, choose artwork that symbolizes life, abundance, and light. Images of blooming flowers, elegant cranes, carp swimming upstream, majestic mountains, or shining suns are all powerful symbols of yang energy. These bring in prosperity, protect the family's well-being, and open the path to smooth fortune. Number 6. Dead or withered plants. In Feng Shui, green plants are more than just a way to beautify your home. Plants symbolize life energy, growth, and natural development. A healthy potted plant with lush green leaves reaching toward the sunlight is a physical representation of vitality, the kind of energy that nourishes success and harmony in a household. When your plants thrive, your space becomes balanced, your energy feels light, and your mind stays refreshed and full of life. But when a plant starts to wilt, its stems turn dry and brittle, or the roots die, it means its life energy has been depleted and it has turned into a source of dead energy. This negative energy does not stay confined to the plant. It spreads out into the room, absorbing the positive energy around it, making the atmosphere heavy and draining. Feng Shui sees dead plants as low-energy zones, areas where bad energy tends to gather, making it hard for wealth to stay. If a dead plant is placed near the front door, the impact is even worse. The main entrance is the gateway for fortune and good luck to enter your home. A dried-up plant sitting there acts like a barrier of negative energy, blocking the natural flow of blessings. Even if money comes your way, it cannot stay. Luck may knock, but the door is already closed. This creates a situation where no matter how much you earn, you struggle to keep it. Feng Shui teaches us the energy you nurture creates the results you get. Healthy plants grow prosperity, opportunity, and vitality. Dead plants grow stagnation, decline, and unease. Leaving dead plants in your home is like welcoming decay and exhaustion into your life, affecting not only your financial luck, but also your physical health, mood, and family relationships. So the lesson is clear: never keep dead or dying plants in your home or near your entrances. Once a plant has lost its life, remove it immediately. Do not hold on to it just because of a pretty pot or sentimental value. Holding on to dead plants means holding on to negative energy. Replace them with vibrant, healthy greenery. That is how you invite in new life, prosperity, and lasting fortune. Taking care of your plants is like taking care of your home's energy field. When your plants are healthy and thriving, your space lights up, and with it, so does your path to a joyful, abundant, and peaceful life. Number 7. Keepsakes from the deceased or from those with tragic lives in Feng Shui. Every object retains the energy of the person who once owned it. This is especially true for personal items like rings, necklaces, bracelets, pens, or small statues. These objects absorb not just the touch, but also the memories, emotions, and life energy of their previous owner. If that person has passed away or lived a life filled with suffering, then the item becomes an energetic imprint of their story. Here's the problem: the energy of grief, sorrow, or tragedy is extremely heavy. When these emotions get absorbed into an object, they do not just fade away, they stay. Keeping such items in your home, especially in personal spaces like your bedroom, work desk, or safe, means allowing those emotional imprints to remain present in your daily environment. This creates an invisible burden. You may feel emotionally drained, have trouble sleeping, or notice that things in your life just never go smoothly. Traditional Feng Shui strongly advises against keeping items from the deceased in your living space. These objects carry the full spectrum of that person's life energy, their joys, sorrows, and all in between. If their life was marked by hardship or sadness, then the item becomes a container of that pain, and anyone who keeps it is at risk of absorbing it. It is even more concerning when these items are placed in a safe or vault, which symbolizes financial fortune. That is like placing the energy of loss right on top of your wealth, blocking prosperity from growing. Placing them in the bedroom is even worse. The bedroom should be a sanctuary for rest and calm. When sorrowful energy is present there, it disturbs your sleep, weakens your mental resilience, and may even harm your relationships. Feng Shui gives a very specific rule here. Do not keep personal keepsakes from the deceased or from people with tragic fates in your everyday living areas. If the item is sacred or must be preserved, place it somewhere respectful and peaceful like an altar or memorial space, but never keep it in places directly connected to your health or wealth, such as the bedroom, workspace, or family safe. Once you remove these items or move them to the right place, you will feel a shift. Your home's energy will become lighter, brighter, and more at ease. This act of cleansing makes room for new positive and abundant energy to enter. After identifying the objects carrying bad energy and understanding their effects, the next step is knowing how to handle them in line with Feng Shui. This is how you remove toxic energy without disrupting the natural energy flow. Let me guide you through a few simple but powerful methods. Cleansing your home is not just cleaning, it is a Feng Shui ritual. Every action, removing, storing, rearranging, shapes the flow of energy. That is why it must begin with a calm mind. Your mental state sets the tone. If you clean while feeling rushed or upset, that negative energy spreads too. So pause, breathe, and move gently. When you are calm, your home becomes open to peace. Natural elements can also help. A garwood incense with its sacred smoke is known to connect humans to pure energy. As it spreads, it clears away heavy vibes and refreshes the space. No incense, sea salt works too. Place a bowl of it in the center of your home. It will soak up old energy, then throw it out. This small act helps restore balance and brightness. Feng Shui also advises against giving harmful items to others, as that passes along misfortune. Instead, you must seal off their energy. Wrap the object in red cloth. Red symbolizes yang energy and protection, then place it in a sealed black bag. Only then is the energy fully contained. This is the closure needed to break its hold. Sacred items like Buddha statues or spiritual tools should never be tossed out carelessly. Doing so is disrespectful and disrupts energy. The only right way is to return them to a temple or sacred space where their energy can rest in peace and stay intact. After clearing out the bad, open your windows to let in fresh air and light. This is the final step to recharge your home. Light a candle, the flame brings life and warmth. Some even play 432 Hz music believed to align with the universe's natural rhythm to welcome the new energy. At that point, your space will not only look clean, but feel balanced deep within. Feng Shui is not something mystical or far away. It is right here in your space, your objects, and the care you give to your home. Choosing what to keep and what to let go is choosing whether to invite growth or allow setbacks in. So treat the act of cleansing and organizing your home as a ritual of honoring your destiny. Because when your home is filled with light and your energy is flowing freely, your mind becomes peaceful and focused. That is the foundation for success at work, harmony in your family, and long-lasting abundance. As the old saying goes, if you want wealth, start by cleansing the energy in your home. Keeping your space clear is like tending the fire of your fortune. Every time you release objects carrying bad energy, you are creating space for yang energy and blessings to flow in. This is not just Feng Shui, it is a way of living, a way of honoring yourself and your loved ones. Before you leave this video, I want you to write a positive affirmation in the comments. I am ready to cleanse my home and welcome new blessings. Just this one sentence is enough to mark the beginning of a new journey, a journey where wealth, health, and happiness are ready to find their way to you. And do not forget to hit subscribe on the Master Han channel right now, so you never miss powerful Feng Shui insights for prosperity. I will continue to walk this journey with you step by step, so we can create a life of abundance, harmony, and fulfillment.